Okay. Had some tea recently, have to put that away yet. Actually, let's do that now. There. So, having finished ostensibly what is going to be my Halloween costume, as well as a bunch of products for sale at the next available convention slash, flea market table, I am still in the process of getting rid of materials. So I went through. I found I got some lace. I had previously made a shirt for myself out of this leopard print spandex lace, or leopard print spandex sheer stuff, which is loads of fun. But I got some of that. Got a few curtains. I'm not sure how good they're going to be. This is a shirt that's way too small for anybody I know. Well, it's too small for the people in this house. So I don't know that it's doing any good. Might do something with it, might not. It's plain brown. That's nice. It's not ugly. It's simple. It's light. So that might be useful to me. A couple of table runners, which, well, half a table runner. That's not going to be big enough for me to do anything with. It is pretty, though. Might make a good dickie if I ever make another 18th century outfit. That has a big stain on it. But if I'm using it from the other end, it is just big enough. I might be able to make a scrunchie out of that. And this red, which I have a good run of. Might make a few scrunchies out of that. So, let's do up a few lace scrunchies. At least in these 4 colors. Sell them for the same price as the other ones. And if they don't work out, or if I have any elastics left over, I got this 70s checkerboard looking crap, which, oh Jesus. Yeah, I'll do a couple out of that too. The cottage core fucking whatever fashion statement it is now. I'll see if I can get anything made out of that. Let you know when I've got a stack cut. Okay, second time trying to record this. It had that wonderful choppy video situation going on. We'll see if it works this time. There are many advantages to dealing with lace in this context. Not least of which being, you can see the grid through the fabric when you're cutting it, so you know where your lines are. But let's be honest. You've watched me make enough scrunchies to kill a donkey. And there are disadvantages to lace as well. Like it getting tangled up easily. So let's do something else today. Got some needles. So we're going to set this sewing machine up, and I'll show you why I got it and what I'm going to use it for. It's not going to be the easiest task in the world to show you anything about this machine, is I got to find a spot to put you where you can see it. And there ain't as much room on this machine as there is on the commercial over there. So anyway, it is a Brother Galaxy 241. I have no idea what that means. I'm assuming because it's all metal construction across here, is probably a 60s model. So probably 10 years older than me at least. But it has zigzag. And it has a light, so, you know, that'll at least show you what's going on down here. But we'll put you here. No. No. There's got to be somewhere I can put where you can see stuff. Anyway, the only thing that was wrong with this machine when I got it a few days ago, picked it up, is the needle is bent. That's all. So I just needed some needles. Got some. I'm going to put one in, and then I'll show you what this thing's for, what I'm doing with it. Now, can't see much, but I think this is as good a view as I'm going to be able to get for you. Now, it's set up, it's running. Don't know if you can see the thread there, but everything works. So let's get this tiny little spool off there, put proper thread on it. And then I can start showing you why I have it and what I'm doing with it. So, seeing as I use cones, not spools, had to set myself up on the thread tree for the serger. See if I can show you from this side. No, can't see much. I can see a little. Put it there. So you can see a little bit of what's going on. But now, put that at length of 4. Straight stitch. All right. So we drop the foot. And the main reason I got this is for the zigzag. So I'll show you what and how I use that. When you're making a buttonhole properly for a pair of jeans, you start by drawing the outline. Put my presser feed in, or my, that's not good. Why are my feed dogs not working? So, impromptu, not planned, but it's a quick guide to doing a diagnosis on a machine. So, it runs. The feed dogs, which pull the fabric underneath the presser foot, let me show you. I'll pop this presser foot off so you can see. Do this the easy way. No, not doing anything the easy way. Nothing's going to be easy. Okay, so these little guys here, these teeth that usually drag the fabric underneath the presser foot, are called feed dogs. Now, they're supposed to raise and lower and slide back and forth and pull the fabric. As you can see, they are barely moving. So, diagnose the problem. Make sure everything else is okay with the machine first. Undo those 2 bolts, take the top plate off, make sure all the mechanics in there are in place and working and tight. Done. Check to make sure the clutch is engaged. This is called a clutch. If you turn it this way, it undoes. So then the motor will spin, but nothing else will move. If you turn it this way, it tightens, and that engages the motor drive to the shaft, so spins everything. Great. That connects to the feed dogs. That is the stitch length. That tells you how far the feed dogs are supposed to move between each stitch. Checked that. Everything's hooked up inside there fine. It works. This is a stitch width, has nothing to do with the feed dogs. This is a switch to turn the feed dogs on or off. That engages them, this disengages them. So that's all good. Everything is where it's supposed to be, on the top of the machine and inside the top of the machine. So we opened it up and looked underneath. We see all of the mechanical parts are moving properly as they're supposed to. Hit the button. You see, everything moves. This isn't moving much. Oddly, because that's connected to the feed dogs. So it's not moving, which is not doing very many things. It's supposed to be doing a lot of things. These are the feed dogs. They're supposed to be moving, and they're barely moving at all. So I looked at the drivetrain of the thing. So this bounces off of this. When this wiggles, it wiggles. This pushes and pulls this. This little rod here, this little flat plate here, see? That bounces up and down. That's supposed to move the feed dogs. This lever is supposed to be moving them, like that. And it's not. The reason being, and this is one of the downsides of, one of the few downsides of buying things on Craigslist or Marketplace or whatever. There's a washer missing inside there. There's supposed to be, let me push out to where it's meant to go. Kind of center it for you. In there, where that little silvery looking pin is, right where I'm shining the light on it, in that little gap, which, see, moves around in there, there is supposed to be a leather or rubber washer in there, held in place with a little C-clip, and it's not there. So when that moves, nothing else moves. I'm going to have to take a piece of leather or a piece of rubber, depending on what I have in my bins of material, or maybe even a piece of wood or metal or something, and jam something in there to mechanically link this piece moving with this piece moving. These two screws here are to set the depth and movement of the feed dogs. So once those are going, the fabric will be pulled underneath the machine. I'm honestly not complaining at this point. I can't say this is a complaint. It's the standard problems with buying things used without, like, not going through a tech or going through a shop and buying something new. But it's a downside of buying stuff used. You have to check it over and make sure everything works. And in order to do that, you have to know how things work, which is difficult. Anyway, I will see what I can do to fix that. And in the meantime, I have gotten a break from making scrunchies, so I'm not going to complain about that either. Talk to you next time.